Welcome to ShantiNiketan Retirement Resorts, the first Indian retirement community in the US, where many Indian retired couples and singles have already made it their dream home. Hi, I'm Iggy Ignatius, CEO of ShantiNiketan. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through all the important aspects of ShantiNiketan and also try to answer all the questions you might have about ShantiNiketan.
Can you tell us how and when you come up with the idea for the Indian retirement community?
Sure. This is not a new idea. Indians over 50, we have been discussing this idea at every get together. We are talking about what are we going to go do when we retire. And many of us do talk about going back to India to retire. But going back to India is really not a practical option because our children and grandchildren are here. The medical facilities are not really the greatest in India. So this is really more practical here. And in 2006, we started on the idea, and I contacted an organization called NIASC. We had many seminars in which we talked about the idea. And I went on a coast-to-coast trip, visiting many temples, many towns, and discussing with people the idea about what they would like in such a project. And one of the things that used to happen in every town practically was, in the middle somebody would say, hey, you stole our idea. And I said, what was that idea all about? And he used to say that we were 10 of us, very good friends. We were thinking of buying land outside the town and building homes for ourselves where we will retire, get a cook from India and things like that. And I used to tell them, but that's exactly what the guy in the previous town told me. So this is something that we have been talking about it for a long time. Finally, in 2008, we bought the land, got the approvals, and 2009 we started the construction. And in 2011, we completed phase 1 with 54 condos. And right after that, we started the construction of phase 2, which will have 120 condos. A few wings are already completed and people are already living there right now.
What's the most important aspects of the ShantiNiketan?
There is not just one thing that I can point out. There are many things. For example, the exclusively Indian community, a gated and fenced community. That's definitely a very important point. The fact that we cook Indian lunch and dinner, hot cooked meals, that's a big attraction for many people. We conduct a lot of religious and cultural activities. We celebrate all Indian festivals, Diwali, Holi, Pongal, things like that. We also do a lot of international travels. Like in 2012, we went to China. Then 2013 January, we went to South America. And the other thing which some people have told me is what's most impressive for them is the architecture of the buildings, the way the whole thing is laid out. Let us go and talk to our residents and find out what attracted them to ShantiNiketan.
Especially I like the food. Since I don't have to cook, I don't have to clean up afterwards, I don't have to do grocery shopping or plan what I'm going to cook for the day. So that's the best part for me.
I like what prompted me to come here is the moral support we get, especially when you are left alone and we live like a family here.
Retiring at ShantiNiketan is like retiring at India. Here we can enjoy all the Indian cuisine, activities and everything. And the best of thing, we have the best of two worlds, best of both worlds. Indian culture, activities and American technology and amenity.
Last 15-20 years, we have been looking for a suitable retirement community for me and for my husband. In ShantiNiketan, all our needs are met. Our food, gardening, the Indian community, living as a extended family. We feel, my husband and we feel, our dream come true.
It is one of the greatest experiments of living in the North Hemisphere. My wife was thinking about concepts since a long time, and when this concept came along, she called Iggy and we were number one in the investment group to make it happen. And it gives us physical, mental, and spiritual satisfaction and living together with people from all across India.
I like everything about ShantiNiketan, but the best thing I like is a family atmosphere, and ShantiNiketan is like an extended family.
How many condos are there?
There are 54 condos in phase 1, which we completed in May of 2011 and sold it out. In phase 2, there will be a total of 120 condos. 2 of the wings are already ready, and this is now we are talking in March 2013. 2 wings are ready, 2 more wings are getting ready in the next couple of months, and the entire project is expected to be completed by end of 2014 or early 2015.
How much does the condos cost?
The condos start at a minimum price of $160,000. That is for the first row, and as we go behind, each row increases by $5,000. And the reason for this increase is we are doing this entire project without any bank loans, with only cash. So we have to give an incentive for our early buyers so that they buy early, so that we get the revenue to go building the future wings. In addition to that minimum price, there is an upgrade and options that people take around $10,000, and the end units, which have a better view through the windows, have another $5,000 premium. The upgrades will be around $10,000, so the minimum price that one could buy the condo would be $170,000.
Do you have 3 or 4 bedroom condos?
No, we are building only 2-bedroom condos. The reason is there is really no demand for 3-bedroom condos. It costs almost $100,000 more, and most of the people feel that with the ownership of the 2-bedroom condos, we get all the facilities of ShantiNiketan. So why lay out another $100,000 extra? And as you can see, this great room here is more than enough for 2 people in retirement.
Do you have a choice of upgrades and options?
Yes. Most of the people, in fact, take an upgrade package of about $10,000 to $11,000, and that includes ceramic floor tiles, kitchen appliances in stainless steel, microwave, granite countertops in the kitchen and the bathrooms, solar tubes, blinds and fans in every room. This is the standard set of package, upgrade package, and this will also help in the resale of the condo when the time comes.
How do we go about buying?
Okay, once you have decided to buy here, the first thing to do is to look at this availability chart and see which condo you would like to purchase, and then we will draw up a purchase agreement. We will sign that contract, and you will put down 20%, and the balance 80% is due at the time of closing. And meanwhile, when the time comes for doing the upgrades and options, you will have to pay in full the cost of those upgrades and options. It is the base price that is split into 20% and 80%.
Do you tell us what are the monthly costs?
Yes, ShantiNiketan is operated as a non-profit. The total costs for 2 people to live in ShantiNiketan is $1,000 per month, and that is for 2 people. That works out to like $500 a person. Now this $1,000 is broken up into property taxes of $150, the condo maintenance fee of $250, utilities for gas, electric and water about $200, and food is $225 per person. So approximately it works out to $1,050 for 2 people.
If you don't live here, do we still have to pay all this cost?
Yes, not all the costs, but most of the costs. This is just like your home. So whether you live here or not, you still have to pay the condo fees, the property taxes, and a minimum utilities. So you should assume a budget of about $500 a month if you don't live here, and if you live here, it will be $1,000 a month for 2 people.
What is included in these condos fees?
The condo fee you pay is for maintaining the entire outside of your condo. Okay, the building structures, the upkeep of the lawn, the salaries of the staff, painting of the outside as needed. If the roofs, something happens to the tiles, that gets refixed, or the roads have to be repaved at some other time. This condo fees also includes cable TV with American channels and Hindi mega pack. There's almost about 17 to 20 Hindi channels that comes. We also provide high-speed internet in every condo. That is covered in this $250 condo fees.
What about utilities, water and sewer?
Okay, the utilities of the condo is the responsibility of the owner. You will receive bills for gas, electric and water directly from the utility companies. And when you are not living here, it is advised to keep your air conditioning running so that because of the humidity problem in Florida, we don't have mold formation. So you should figure on about at least $100 per month utility charge even if you don't live here.
What about if something goes wrong about in condos? Who fixed it?
Yeah, inside the condo is the responsibility of the residents. Outside of the condo, everything is covered by the $250 condo fees. But inside, if something happens, water is leaking in the toilet or something happens, you have to change a bulb. We do have maintenance facilities, maintenance person at $13 an hour, and the minimum charge of 15 minutes at $3 something. We also have housekeeping services at the same $13 per hour. Most of the residents take 2 hours of cleaning per week, so that's about $26. And those who don't live here in the summer months, they usually ask their condos to be cleaned once a month. So it's 2 hours once a month. It's $13 an hour. So, but anything inside the condo, the bottom line is the responsibility of the owner.
What kind of food do you serve?
ShantiNiketan is a very cosmopolitan community. We have people from all parts of India. So we try to cook typical Indian food. Of course, in the morning, breakfast is continental. We have cereal, bread, oats, things people come and fix themselves. It's a self-service. And breakfast is open 24/7. Lunch is at 12:30. Our lunch typically consists of 2 vegetables, 1 dal, we have rice, roti, yogurt, salad and pickles. This is our standard lunch menu, and we try to make it very typical Indian. Dinner is usually more regional fare, like one day we could have masala dosa, another day dokla or chola bhatura, sambar vada. So dinner time is more regional, but that's the kind of food we make.
Do you accommodate special food requirements?
We make 3 kinds of food. One is the common that 90% of the people eat with average spices and average salt. The second set of food we make is without any salt and without any chilies. So people who have a blood pressure problem or other things, they take that and add according to their taste whatever they need. And the third set of food we make is Jain food with, of course, very little, very less spices in them. Those are the 3 types of food we make.
Is the food compulsory? Can we cook our own food?
Food is not compulsory, and sure, you can cook your own food. Every condo has its own full kitchen. The current prices for eating all the meals in the food club is $225 per month per person. And if you want to eat meal for a lunch, it is $7.75. For a dinner, it's $5. Or if you eat for a day, it is $11.25. So it is not compulsory. You don't pay if you don't eat.
Are they the children and guests are allowed to live here since this is an entertainment community?
Well, this is a 55 plus community and the federal law is very clear about it. The law says that at least one person has to be above 55 in the household, and our local county rule is nobody below 18 can live for more than 30 days in a year. But then, how many grandchildren have 30 days to come and spend with us? But above 18 and below 55, there is no restrictions. They can come and stay with you as long as they want, as long as there is at least one person above 55.
What is the composition of the people from the different part of India?
ShantiNiketan is a very cosmopolitan community, as I told you. We have people from all parts of India represented here, and it's almost in the same proportion as Indians in the US. There are Gujaratis, there are Punjabis, South Indians, Marathis, Bengalis. You have everybody, almost everybody is represented here. It's a very cosmopolitan community.
What kind of activities do you have here? How the people keep themselves busy?
Yeah, we have a full day of activities here that starts with breakfast. Although breakfast is open 24/7, most of the people come for breakfast at 9 a.m. Then at 10:30 we have a philosophical discussion group like Brahma Kumaris or Bhagavad Gita. At 12 o'clock we have bhajans in the temple, followed by lunch at 12:30. After lunch people hang around, socialize, go for their siesta. And then at 3 o'clock those who are interested in music gather for practice of Bollywood songs or bhajans. At 4 o'clock we have yoga and meditation. At 5 o'clock it's games time. There's groups that plays bridge and teen patti and pool, carom board, table tennis. At 7 o'clock is our happy hour, followed by dinner at 7:30. And on 3 days in a week we have movies at 8 o'clock in the clubhouse on the big screen. It's movie theater. And the same movie is played the next day at 1:30 in their closed circuit television in their condos. Now this is our daily activities. Apart from this, we have a lot of committees, groups like investment groups, food committee. We also do a lot of trips both locally and to internationally. Locally we made trips to Key West. We are planning to make another 3-4 day trip to New Orleans. We went to China on a 2-week trip last year. This year we already went to South America, and we are planning to go to Eastern Europe this summer. So people are actually very busy here throughout the day.
How far are shopping areas?
There are a lot of shopping areas here. Publix, which is one of the biggest grocery chains, is just about a half a mile, literally a walking distance. Then you have Walmart, Kmart, Target, Kohl's, all of them within a 2-mile radius. We also have a mall with JCPenney and Sears, movie theaters within about 5 miles.
Are there any Indian grocery stores?
Yes, there is a small grocery store here in Leesburg, which is the next town. It's about 10 miles away. But for real big groceries that we buy for our food club, we generally go to Orlando or Tampa. Orlando is about an hour away and Tampa is about an hour and a half.
How far is the airport? Which is the nearest to airport?
The nearest airport is the Orlando International Airport, MCO. Another one nearby that is SFB. That's kind of a secondary airport. The next big airport is in Tampa, which is about an hour and a half away.
How far is Disney?
Disney is 1 hour drive from ShantiNiketan.
How far are the temples?
We have a temple here in ShantiNiketan, and we have Shastriji, Mahesh Shastriji, who lives here. He liked this place so much and he moved here, and every day we have Aarti and Puja. About 1 hour away, 45 minutes to 1 hour away in Orlando, we have many temples. I think there are about 7 temples in about an hour's drive from here.
Are there theaters showing any Indian movies?
Yes, there are a couple of theaters in the Orlando area that shows some of the big Bollywood movies and also other languages like Telugu and Tamil. There are also some theaters in Tampa, which is about an hour and a half. And above all that, we have our own clubhouse that acts like a movie theater in the nights. 3 days in a week, we do play old Indian movies and some new popular ones too.
Do you have a swimming pool?
No, in our research that I did when we went across the country meeting many people, Swimming pool was one thing people were not very keen about because it all adds to our cost of building and cost of maintenance. However, next door is YMCA, which has 2 swimming pools, a heated pool and a state-of-the-art gymnasium. So the few people, 2-3 people who like to go swimming, they usually go to YMCA.
Why didn't you build a ShantiNiketan in Orlando area?
That's a good question. Orlando is a tourist area with a lot of crime and lot of traffic, tourists. And as a retirement community, we did not want to be in such a very congested, traffic and crime-prone area. And this is a much more peaceful area. The second most important thing is this kind of facility needs city water and city sewer. So we build in ShantiNiketan in the middle of the town where we have city water and city sewer, and those are the 2 reasons why we did not select Orlando as the place.
Does ShantiNiketan provide the transportation, or do we have to have a car?
ShantiNiketan is an active adult community. We do not provide any transportation services. Of course, having said that, most of the people who live here, we live like a big family and friends help others out. You can always take a taxi. In fact, the best way to go to the airport or come from the airport is to take a taxi, which is $70, about $70 each way.
I'm not ready to retire now. Should I buy now?
Sure. Many of the people here are in the similar situation. As I told you, most of them are professionals, still practicing part-time or full-time. Many of them have bought it as a 5-year plan. They buy it now, and then over the next 5 years, they will come here for the winter months and meet with other people, make friends here, and at some point they'll say they have enough friends here that they can uproot themselves. So most of the people do buy it as a 5-year plan. Also, right now the home equity loan is so cheap, under 2%. Most of the people seem to be buying it from their home equity loan, and then that loan will get paid off when they ultimately sell their other home, and ShantiNiketan becomes their primary home.
Can I rent my condo if you are not going to be here?
Sure, some people do rent their condos. Some people, even after buying, they know that they cannot move in for the next 2-3 years. So they ask us to rent their condos, and we try to help them renting the condos. But you have to keep in mind that if you are going to use the place in winter, winter is the time this place is going to be rented, if at all there is a chance of renting. So if you are going to use for rental, then the summer months will not look too good on rentals. But if you are not coming here in winter, then winter is a good possibility for renting.
Who will take care of my condo when I'm not here?
Sure. Most of the people who are here only for winter months and go away for the rest of the months, we take care of it. They ask for housekeeping services for 2 hours each month when they are not here. As I told you, it is $13 an hour. So they spend about $26 for keeping it clean. And people who live here, of course, they take 2 hours of cleaning every week. So when you are not here, we take care of both the housekeeping and the maintenance work.
Can I stay in ShantiNiketan on the rental basis?
Sure. We have short-term and long-term rentals. Rentals on a daily basis is $100 a day for 2 people, up to 2 people. It includes everything, including food for 2 people, all 3 meals. They get a fully furnished condo, 2-bedroom condo with TV and washer, dryer and everything. Same thing on a month-to-month basis, it's worked out at $100 a day, which is about $3,000 a month. But if somebody signs a 1-year lease, then they pay $2,000 a month, $2,050, and that money is collected over a period of the first 8 months at $3,000 a month, and the last 4 months are free. Sure, you can come and stay here for a day, a week, a month, or even permanently.
What about security?
We have video surveillance cameras working 24/7. We have 32 cameras located in many different points across the campus. and we record that for 7 days. And usually if you have to look at something, it's usually within 7 days. We can always go back and look at it. But after 7 days we overwrite it. But it's complete video surveillance. It's a completely fenced community and a gated community. Even our main door, office door, we close at 5 o'clock. And nobody here who is not a resident cannot be seen here. Even if some residents see somebody who's new, they'll always approach them and ask them, hey, I haven't seen you before here. Are you visiting somebody, and things like that. It's a very, very secure place. On top of Tavares being a zero crime town. It's absolutely secure.
Are there any medical facilities in ShantiNiketan?
ShantiNiketan is an active adult community, and by law we are not supposed to provide any health services. Having said that, many of our residents are retired physicians, and all of our residents of course have Medicare and other insurance. Everybody have their own primary care physician and their specialists. Tavares is the heart of the retirement belt of Central Florida. So you get the best medical care in and around Tavares. The Florida Hospital Waterman is just about a mile away, and almost all the specialties you can find within a mile or 2 mile radius.
How about hospitals and doctors?
Yes, as I said, Tavares is the heart of the retirement belt of Central Florida. We have many hospitals in the area, with Florida Hospital Waterman just about a mile away. Then we have the LRMC in Leesburg. We have the Villages Office Hospital, and the Orlando Hospital, Florida Hospital in Orlando. There are many physicians in and around ShantiNiketan within a 2 mile radius. There are many Indian doctors, primary doctors, cardiologists, and all other specialities. This location was selected, and one of the primary reasons was the medical care, the health care, proximity.
Are pets allowed?
Unfortunately, no. That was one of the things that came up very strongly during our research. 90%, 99% of the Indians do not have pets, or especially at this age, they are very worried about it. However, we are trying to see if we can do something in our future phases, because many pet owners have asked me if something could be done. But right now, no pets are allowed.
What would you like people to know about ShantiNiketan?
ShantiNiketan is an extended community. It's like a large, huge joint family living here. When we live here, we eat with people 3 meals a day, and we live in the same campus 24/7, and that brings us very close to each other. In fact, there will be times when we will become much closer to each other here than with even our own brothers and sisters. So it is an experiment, and that is working out very well. And I always tell people this is a community that we have started, and let us not always see only what we can get out of this community, but proactively let's see what we can give for the community and make this community much more stronger. Thank you for watching this presentation on ShantiNiketan.